I'm your huckleberry.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got something today I'm pretty excited about. I really don't want to waste a lot of time, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. This is the box that it came in. As you can see, it came from Tisas, or Tisas. I don't know how the fuck you say it, but it's a Turkish company known for making really nice 1911s and 2011s. As you can see, this is the Tisas 9DS double stack. This is the duty model with the 5-inch barrel. I literally just picked this up, so I haven't even shot it yet. I'm going to go ahead and do the first shots video while we're on camera. Let me grab a knife or something, or can I just... Oh, there we go. Alright, so I went ahead and ripped off the tag. So this is now... I'm really impressed with this thing, guys. I want to go ahead and say, like, just initial impressions. You can see it is clear, no magazine. It's very smooth. Very smooth gun. Safeties feel nice. Let's take a look at the trigger pull on this thing. So you got just the slightest amount of take up, and then there's a very defined wall. And then brake, not bad at all. Very fucking impressive trigger. Reset, gonna be just a fucking fraction, just a 1/16 of an inch maybe. Let's test that again. Good brake. Yeah, maybe a 1/16, a little over for the reset. That is fucking mad impressive. It's got tall sights, got a serrated rear for no glare with a simple dot on front. But the thing I'm most excited about, it has a cut for an optics. This is the RMSC or Shield cut. So I'm pretty happy about that. I do like the HoloSun K-series optics for these smaller cuts, and I have absolutely no issues with them whatsoever. So not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. Let's go ahead and break it down. I do think it's important to clean a new firearm and go ahead and put your own lube on it when you get it. So let's do that now. Let's see what else comes in the case first. So you get your basic, you know, fucking government mandated lock. I'll go ahead and chuck that. I'm not going to keep it in the case. Cleaning brush, a patch, you know, a patch rod, I guess you would call it. This is a takedown tool, which is actually kind of neat, but I've never used a takedown tool when taking apart a 1911. And one of the biggest selling points, you do get 2 magazines. This is great. These are 17 round mags. This gun is compatible with all of your STI, like staccato mags, so that's good to know. You can use the Prodigy mags in this, the staccato mags, the ones from Tisas, and I'm sure there are a few others. I'll do updates in the future. Today we're just going to break it down, clean it, and then I'm going to take it to the range and we're going to go through the first shots and see how this thing performs. First thing I'm going to do, I can go ahead and tell you now just because I know I love them, I'm going to put an optic on this fucking thing. Super excited. But for now, let's go ahead and take it down. So let's double check that the weapon is clear. We know it is. We're going to go ahead now, we'll lock the safety. Press down on here. Rotate it over. Get the recoil spring out. Let's bring the bushing the other direction. We'll take the bushing on out. Take the safety down. Got to be something to do. There we go. Alright, so I don't know what it was getting hung up on, but we'll take a look at it when we bring it apart. We're going to line up this rear notch. That's the takedown notch. And just because they gave us the tool, why not? I'll go ahead and use it. Looks like it's got a end there for pressing this pin out. I have seen on a few videos that this particular pin is a little stiff. Let's see. More than one way to skin a cat. There we go. Got the pin out. Go ahead and take the slide off. Standard GI recoil guide rod. Fold the linkage on your barrel forward. And we're going to go ahead and now we'll take the barrel bushing out and slide the barrel out of the front. Overall, really impressive. Looks good on the inside. It definitely has some factory lube, so I'm going to wipe all this out and add my own. I like to use either CLP or rim oil. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll probably fast forward through a lot of this. And let's take a look at the frame. I gotta say, the machining on this thing looks very clean. Don't see any issues whatsoever there. Grab a brush. And we're just gonna go ahead and give this a good brushing one time. And what I'm doing is just taking a second to make sure that there are no issues before I go out here and fire it. I see absolutely nothing whatsoever that concerns me. So I'm going to go ahead now and reassemble. And I will probably use the fast forward feature for this as well. And we're good to go there. At this point, let's go ahead and take our recoil spring, reinsert it. Put our safety on so that doesn't compress. And we're going to move the bushing back into place, take the safety off, and we're good. Alright, good to go. Feels good. Alright, take a little bit of lube, and I do mean a little bit. One thing I've learned is a little bit goes a long way. Go ahead and lock this thing open. Just take a little squirt into the rails. Let that work itself in. That feels pretty good. I'll put a little bit here on top of the barrel. Feels smooth as butter. Now I'm just going to wipe off the excess. Alright guys, I think we're ready to take this thing out to the range. Let's give it a function test. Oh, nice. And just double check that reset. Oh, this is going to be a good shooter, I can tell. Alright guys, I'm pretty excited, so I'm going to go ahead and get this thing out to the range. See you guys out there. Alright guys, welcome back to the range. So we've got the Tisas 1911 DS Duty. I'm just going to call it a 2011, don't sue me. But, I mean, that's basically what it is. So I've got it out here on the range. Let's go ahead and get the first magazine loaded. And we'll see how this thing performs. Unless I say something really funny, I'll just fast forward through me loading the mags. Alright, first magazine loaded to 17 rounds, no issues whatsoever loading. Moment of truth, let's see how this thing does. I'm going to start here at 25 yards, and I'm going to start on the man-sized target and see how comfortable I am. I'm feeling like this is going to be a really good shooter just from, dry firing. But we'll see how it goes. So, here goes nothing. I think I'm in love. Trigger is impeccable on this thing. No issues whatsoever with that. The trigger is great. It breaks really clean. It's easy to control the recoil. One thing I've noticed, and I think it's just something that's with me, and I've noticed it on all guns, being left-handed and I wear kind of a large wedding band, it does seem to cause a little discomfort with me bunching down with my support hand. So when I shoot, I just have to remember to take my wedding band off. But yeah, guys, this trigger, really, really impressive. I mean, nothing. It is, I think they advertised it at like 4.5 pounds. That feels about right. But you would think 4.5 pounds would be heavier than it is. And because of the way it's designed and how short it is and how crisp the break is, it feels like a hair trigger, man. It really feels great. it's very comparable, and I'm scared to say this, it's very comparable to my Canic SFX trigger. Maybe not quite the Freedom Smith, but the factory SFX trigger for sure. It's a great trigger. Reset on it again, basically nothing. I'm in love, I think. Super happy that I picked this up. Just a heads up, this wasn't sent to the channel or anything like that. I bought this with my own money.
It's my money and I need it now!
I actually picked it up at a local pawn shop in town, Glenda's Treasure and Pawn. The guy there that runs the gun count is a pretty solid stand-up guy. I went in and talked to him. He actually cut me a deal. He got me pretty much out the door for the exact same price I could find the best online price at. So if you guys are local to the Henderson area, check out Glenda's Treasure and Pawn. They did a good job on this. They really cut me a good deal, and I ought to keep doing business with them in the future. But you know, enough of that. Let me go ahead and reload some more mags. That was the first mag. That was 17 rounds. I did bring one box out with me today just to get one box through it. I am definitely planning to put a red dot on it, but even with the iron sights, it's not bad at all. But once I get a red dot, I'm going to really start sending ammo through this thing and really put a hell of a beating on it. But I wanted to at least get one box through it today since I just got it, and we'll see how it does. But for the rest of this, I'll probably download the mags a little bit just so I can get a few mag changes in. Alright guys, I got 8 rounds loaded in this magazine. I've got my plate rag here. These are 5x7 inch silhouette targets. We're at 25 yards. I have heard that this gun shoots a little low. I'm shooting at a rather big target now, so I can't really say for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and try to take a few controlled shots at 25 at the plate rack, and I'm going to see how I do. I did find a feature in editing where I can kind of zoom in after I film it, so I'll try to do that. So if you see a zoom all of a sudden, there's no trickery or anything. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see the plate rack. Let's see how this does. I hit that last one, but it didn't fall. I don't see any issues whatsoever with this thing shooting low. I'm aiming right here on that target and it's knocking it over pretty clean. Aside from a few misses, which are obviously my fault, that's shooter error. I don't blame the weapon at all. The more I shoot this, the more I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and load another mag. I got about 25 rounds left here. All right, so that's 10 rounds loaded up in this mag. So far, guys, no issues whatsoever. I am honestly super happy I bought this. I've been having a lot of luck lately with Turkish weapons, like between the Canic series that I'm, absolutely in love with, the Panzer M4 shotgun. I've got almost 1,000 rounds through that, so look for the update coming soon on that. Once I hit 1,000 rounds, I'll put another video out. And then this one, I mean, it's a little early to say for sure, I understand, but so far, this thing is fucking incredible. Well worth the money. If you're a budget-minded gun owner and you're looking to get into the 2011 market, I don't see how you can go wrong with one of these. This is the duty model. I like the longer barrel a little bit because I do some long-range shots from time to time. But the 4 1/4, the carry model, I don't see that being a bad option either. But super happy I bought this. I'm gonna stop talking. Here's 10 more rounds. I'm gonna try to make some connections at 100 yards, maybe even 70. 65, I think, is where I've got that one set currently. So I got 10 rounds. Let's see what we can do. I'll try first at 65. All right, so I'm having a hard time seeing the target, to be honest, at that distance. That is one of the downsides with shooting long range with iron sights. Your front sight kind of covers the target. I do have a few left. Let's see, that was weird. A round fell out of the mag well when I dropped the mag. So there is one in the chamber. I've cleared that. I'm guessing that when I stripped the mag, it just kind of came out of the one that was sitting on top of the mag came out. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. No issues that I can see, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. A mag did come out when I dropped the magazine. We'll try that again and see if it keeps doing that. It may just be like a fluke. Looks like I got 5 rounds left. As opposed to shooting at the 65 this time, I'm gonna try for the 100. See how it goes. All right, no connections, but best believe I'm coming back to try that again when I put a dot on this thing. It's very difficult to see that target with iron sights. I'm making excuses. I got to tighten up. I feel like editing and doing all the YouTube shit has kind of cut into my shooting time a bit. I'm still shooting quite a bit, but now I'm kind of shooting different guns every week. And whereas before I was kind of like just on the Canic and I was shooting it and shooting it and shooting it and shooting it and shooting it, over 2,500 rounds. So I really got comfortable with that pistol. And now that I'm kind of going pistol to pistol, I'm finding an error in myself that I need to correct. So I'm going to keep working on that. I just got to get back to basics and kind of focus on my fundamentals a little more, and I'll be back, you know, top notch in no time. But it is something to think about. 15 rounds left. Go ahead and put 10 more in the mag. And we'll try here at the 25-yard line again. All right, I've got one chambered. I'm gonna drop the mag and a round does fall out. So, safety on. That's something to think about. I'll have to look into that and see why it's doing that. I don't think that's necessarily a deal breaker by any stretch, but so now it doesn't do it and there's one chambered, but there's something about the way this thing is operating. As it strips one out into the chamber, I'm assuming that something is stripping the next one slightly forward in the magazine, and then when I drop it, it causes the nose of that round to come up, and that's probably what's pulling it out of the mag. So like I said, not anything I'm really concerned about. It's a little odd, but I mean, you know, it's a fucking weirdo thing. But let's go ahead and try just running some plates here at, we'll do 15 and then 25. Safety. Fucking forgot the safety. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this, but at 25 yards, I've got a small target there. It's a head silhouette, and then there's a set of testicles hanging underneath it.
What did he say?
I mean, it's about life size, so I'm going to try to shoot the testicles, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, hit him in the dick. Yes.
You shot me in the dick!
Guys, I don't know how you could not want one of these. This thing's fucking incredible. Last 5 rounds, let's see how we can do. I want to try to redeem myself and try to hit that 100, but I don't want to waste you guys' time if I miss 5 more times. So, who knows, maybe I'll try it. One thing is this is a brand new gun and I'm not quite sure where it's hitting yet at different distances. So part of the struggle of hitting something at that distance is finding the holdover, but I'm going to try. We'll try again at 100 and see what we can do. I just couldn't throw the last shot, so I put the last shot in at 25 yards. Guys, this is fucking seriously an incredible pistol. If you're on the fence about getting one, I'd say get off the fence and buy it, man. This thing's dope. Super happy with this purchase. It's a great looking pistol. Barrel's a little hot, but it's not that bad. But super happy with this. I'm finally in the 2011 game. I've been wanting to be a 2011 owner for quite some time. but that high price tag was keeping me out. And Tisas, they've done a great job in my mind. They've come in and they've made it affordable for the average gun owner to really get into the 2011 market. And just to show you guys that trigger one more time, unbelievable. For what I paid for this, I was actually able to get it out the door for $7 flat, which I think is a pretty good deal. The best price I found online was like $618, and then by the time you factor in taxes, transfer, and shipping, it would have been over $700. So like I said, Glenda's Pawn Shop actually did me a solid, giving it to me for $7 out the door. So talk to those guys if you're local to the area. If you're not, do whatever you can do to find one of these at a great price. I think MSRP on them is $7.99. From what I've seen online, most places have them at about $7.49.
$7.50.
But if you do your research, check gun.deals, you can find them for a pretty good price. But the Tisas, let me see if I can get this thing right. The Tisas 1911 DS Duty. It's a lot to say, but that's what it is. But the Tisas 2011 for all of us lay people. Thanks for coming to the channel, guys. Hope this helped, maybe help make some decisions. It certainly makes me appreciate mine. I'm super happy about this. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you think I could do a little differently on the channel, anything in particular you want to see me test out, please let me know in the comments. And as always, y'all be safe. Appreciate it.